Hello and welcome to my YouTube tutorial. In this particular tutorial, I'm going to teach you easy steps on how to make these beautiful placards. A placard is normally done at the front part of a shirt or a polo. It can be replaced by zip, but most of the polo comes this way. So if you are doing the placards, what you are going to do at the front pattern, you get your front pattern, divide them into two equal halves. When you divide them into two equal half, you fold them into two. You fold the front pattern into two equal half. Use your pressing iron to press it out so that you have a crease line at the center. After you must have gotten a crease line at the center, what you now do is that you measure 6 inches from the nape of the neck downward and mark. If you've measured the 6 inches downward, use your ruler, rule that crease line, the center of that crease line, mark it up to that 6 inches you mark initially. So that will be the opening, actual opening. So at each side of this marked line, mark 0.5 inch, that is half an inch on each side, and use your ruler to rule it out. So you rule it down to that 6 inches mark. Then if you've marked it, we are going to develop a dovetail like shape at the end of the markings, so that by the time you mark it, when you're folding it, it will fold inward with ease. So this is what you are going to do. The side that we are marking with chalk, that is where your needle and thread is going to be following. That's where you are going to be putting your needle and thread. So after this, what you are going to do is get the placards. There are two pieces of placards which are 3 inches by 7.5 inches. So each on both sides. You look at the way I'm fixing it. That's how you are going to take it to your sewing machine and fix. So your thread is going to be on that markings, that on each side of that center line marking. That's what it's going to be. So you take it to your sewing machine and sew at both ends. If you finish sewing, what you are going to do is that you're going to see that at the back there are two lines. So that two lines, you will cut the center. Then you remember that remember that dovetail. The essence of the dovetail is for easy access. So that it will fold effectively. So look at it. This is what I'm talking about. You can see my line is not that clear because I'm still using blue as well for the sewing. I'm using a matching thread. But if you look keenly, you will see that there are two lines here. So that's keenly. What I will do is that I'm making a dovetail at the end of that markings. When I make that dovetail, I will cut it out. When it reach that place, I'm going to cut it in the direction of that dovetail. So make sure that while you are cutting it, hit the last point of the thread, and don't make sure it does not exceed, so that you have a perfect finishing. So these are it is. If you've done it like this, then you turn it. After you must have turned it, you use your pressing iron and iron it out. When you use your pressing iron and iron it out by folding it into two equal halves. Look at, you fold the left side into two equal halves. Likewise, the right side also into two equal halves, and use your pressing iron to iron it so that you have a crease line dividing them into two. So if you've done this, so what you are going to do is that you are going to put the right side on inside first. Then you will now if you've put the right side on inside first, you will now look at the way I'm doing it. You will now put the left side on top of the right side. Make sure it's like this. But this majorly for male, but it's unisex. Look at the direction. Look at the way I'm doing it. Now just follow this direction. Make sure that the tip of each side of that red color you're seeing, the tips are the same thing. Then that dovetail, make sure it's inward. Then pin it down like this. You can use your pin. If you can't hold it, use your pin to pin it down. Look at what I'm doing. Then I turn it slightly inward and hold that dovetail. You see the dovetail that came out. Look at it. Then take it to your sewing machine and sew the base of that dovetail. So that it will hook, it will stay there. So this is it. This we're coming to the end of this video. So you sew it at this point. So if you finish sewing it, this is what you get. You can see this is a very simple method of getting a placard. Now I did not top stitch it because so that I will have space. I will not find it difficult when I'm fixing the collar. So in the next video, in the subsequent video, I'll be top stitching it round if I fix the collar of the shirt. So thank you for watching our video.